Good morning, folks. 1 Corinthians chapter 3 this morning. And it's interesting as you look at chapter 3 and you think, wait a minute, Paul, you've said all this. Paul is kind of repeating what's said in chapter 1 and 2. And he's really chastising the people and saying that you guys are really acting like infants. There's jealousy among you, there's strife among you, and you're still, this aspect that I follow Apollos, or I follow Cephas, or I follow Paul. He's really chastising the people again, and then uses kind of two pictures to show. And one is dealing with plants that, some plant, some water, but only God gives growth. And it makes me think of my tomato plants, that I can plant the seed, I can prune the plants, I can stake the plants, I can fertilize, but truly it's only God who gives growth. And that's what Paul is stressing to the people, that it's only God that gives spiritual growth, that other people have a role. Paul had a role, Cephas, Apollos, they all had a role, but it's truly only God that gives growth. And then this aspect of a building and the foundation of being important, and Paul stressing the foundation was laid by Jesus Christ. And anyone that builds on the foundation, the work will become evident in time, but it is truly Jesus Christ is the one who laid the foundation. And remember that. And then this great truth in 16, that you are God's temple and that the Holy Spirit dwells within you. So Paul is just reminding the people that God's Spirit dwells within them, that Jesus Christ is the one who laid the foundation of their own personal temple. The Spirit dwells in them. And then this wise folly comparison that we've seen throughout, that Paul is saying it is truly folly to think otherwise, to think that these men are people who deserve your allegiance, that it is strictly through God. He says, let no one boast in men. So really getting after the Corinthian folks, that they're putting their trust in their teachers or in men is ludicrous. That it is 100% on Christ. Reminder, God's Spirit dwells within you. And that is something that is astounding. That we all need to remember that as people who choose to follow Christ, as people who have chosen, or you could argue that God has chosen us, this Holy Spirit, God's Spirit lives inside of us. And that we are Christ, and Christ is God. So just a great reminder to wrap up chapter 3. So we'll hit chapter 4 tomorrow. I pray you have a great day, and just reflect a little bit on this. You are God's temple, and that God's Spirit dwells in you. That you are Christ, and Christ is God's. And Christ is God. So just some great reminders that Christ should be our all in all. So have a great day, and let me know if you have any questions or what God is saying to you as you go through 1 Corinthians, and we'll see you on here tomorrow. God bless.